Good morning, y'all. It's 7:04 a.m. All right, I'm giving this another try. You guys know how I feel about hard-boiled eggs. It's hard to stomach, but I'm going to attempt to soft boil these. Instead of cooking it for the normal 5-5-5 method, I'm gonna try to pressure cook them on high for 1 minute. Let's see if that helps with me being able to try to get them in. I'm not gonna do a keep warm because I'm gonna do a natural release. So 1 minute in the Instant Pot for our eggs. And I've already took this out of the refrigerator. It was thawing overnight. I have my meat thermometer. I just added some Redmond salt on top of it. Stick it back in the fridge so it can dry out because it was still in the package. And this is going to be our experiment for dinner tonight. A cowboy tomahawk ribeye steak. So the 1 minute method for the eggs was a fail. They were still completely raw. So I'm putting them back in for an additional 4 minutes. I went ahead and I heated up some pieces of bacon in the air fryer. I'm gonna go ahead and fry me 2 eggs for breakfast. Junior is having some blackberries with his milk. I tried to give him some pancakes. He didn't really want them. So
You want which pocket? Pocket show?
So he's having his blackberries. His milk is on standby. So I'm gonna make 3 fried eggs, and I'm been snacking on a piece of bacon. But here are the other 3 pieces. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in a bowl. I might cook up some more bacon. Reheat some more bacon as of now. Still no coffee. I don't know how I'm gonna function, but I gotta have sweetener in my coffee, and challenge is no sweetener. So stop trying to stuff stuff down your throat, dude. So I heat up 3 more pieces of bacon. I have 3 in there. And I'm gonna eat these 3 eggs, and that'll be breakfast for today. Day 2 of the April No Fooling Around Challenge. So I'll show you the plate once it's done. This is breakfast: 3 fried eggs and 6 pieces of bacon. So I'm meal prepping a meatloaf. I'm using 2 pounds of ground beef, 2 eggs, and 1 egg per pound. I just seasoned it with Redmond's real salt. And even though pork grinds are not preferred on this challenge with Carnivore Quest, I am using my panko crumbs from the panko pork rind crumbs just to use as a binder. I'm not eating pork rinds per se, but I'm just using it as a binder in the meatloaf instead of using breadcrumbs. So I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees. There's my muffin pan there, and I'm gonna wrap this bad boy in bacon. All right, guys, so I lined my baking pan with parchment paper, and it's roughly about 4 or 5 slices of bacon per side, and I just crisscrossed it over. I am going to put this in my 375 degree preheated oven to bake until it's done. Put it on the metal rack, roughly maybe about an hour. So I'm gonna put a picture of what I had just now. The steak that I had Friday night, then when we went out to dinner, I just had that. And I just went outside and put the T-bone, not T-bone, the cowboy steak, tomahawk steak on the grill. It's a 3-burner grill. So I put the 2 left sides on and left the right side off. And I put it on the right side so it can cook in indirect heat. I'm looking for an internal temperature between 110 and 120. That way when I go ahead and take it off, crank up the grill real hot and let it sear on both sides to get that char, it'll be a nice medium rare. So watching Record of Ragnarok on Netflix. My baby sleeping, so the grill has been preheated. We turned on the burners for the 2 left sides in order to cook it in indirect heat. I'm looking for an internal temperature of 110 to 120. Indirect heat, you don't put it on it directly. That's why I told you on the side. So an internal temperature of 110 to 120 degrees, so that way it can cook, and then I'll sear it once it's done. So see you in about 35 minutes. So I originally bought a 4.5-pound pack of ground beef from Sam's Club. So I took 2 pounds and I made the meatloaf. The other 2.5 pounds, I am just browning up in my cast iron pan. I was going to make burgers, but I had burgers already. So I'm just going to brown this up. That way I can have for burger bowls with just butter and salt. Maybe chop up some more bacon when I buy some more later. But I also can make ground beef soup and egg drop soup, like a combination. So I'm just browning this up. I'll season it once it's halfway cooked with some Redmond salt. So that's the only seasoning that I am using. But, yep. Just put a little bit of bacon grease in the bottom of the pan to go ahead and render this down. And this will be also another thing to have throughout the week. I'm not eating steaks this week, just because I have that ribeye, that cowboy steak cooking right now. But when I do, I'll go to Sam's and get some Sam's or Costco to get some pork belly and some ribeyes. I'm gonna try to see about ribeyes instead of New York strips this week, coming next week probably, and see how that works out. But yep, just browning this up. So I'm having some of the ground beef with a tablespoon of butter, and I'm getting ready to check on the steak in about another 5 minutes to turn it over and see what the temperature is. But this is what I'm having right now. Just a little hungry. Okay, I just checked the temperature and she's the temp. So she's only cooked on these 2 sides here. This burner was completely off. So I'm just going to try to get her out. Take her out so she can rest. Close this up and turn off the gas. Righty tighty. But I think, yeah, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Okay, that's it. She looking good, y'all. Looking good. All right, y'all. So I cut her up. This is what she's looking like. Again, I went 5 degrees over the temperature I initially wanted, but she is delicious. I had some of the char piece on the end. Oh my god, so good. And this is bone. Yum!
the elephant in the room. Look at this shirt. How cool is this? It says YouTube Mission Keto. I had this shirt made. Jordan's
That's
boyfriend,
my boy.
Matt, his sister made it, and I was fully prepared to pay her.
You like
for it.
Daddy? Hold on, give me some.
Matt went ahead and took care of it and brought it over to me. How cute is it? I love it. I got this shirt because this was all Andy's idea, of course. Too. So I want you guys to try it and let me know what you think. But if you scan this with your card, it's got
Junior, is it
everything
good?
to do with Mission Keto. Comes up on your phone. It'll show you how you can go to my YouTube page and subscribe. You can go to my Instagram and subscribe. You know, basically everything.
It's 4:56 p.m. I just took a couple of pieces of the cowboy steak and I'm going to eat this for my dinner. And call it a day. Just been drinking all my water. After I had my ground beef with butter, this is my last meal here. So I managed to eat 3 times today, but yep, gonna enjoy this.